Hey everybody, this is Ericazua, and I am your host for the Made Up Mind podcast. We're here every week taking questions from our viewers, and we're just excited to bring another podcast to you guys. I'm here with my host. She's not on camera today, but she is here in spirit. Her name is Rosie Campbell. Say hello.
Hello.
So today what we're going to be going over is a few questions that came in from our viewers. They want to know a little bit more about me, and I'm here to put my personal life all out in front of your eyes. So let's go.
Well, today, Eric, we are starting off with the question of the morning. How is the morning of a realtor?
Yeah, so most realtors that I know, they're doing two things in the morning. Number one, they're at the gym and they're doing exercise. Or number two, they're in prayer or they're in a meditation of some sort. For me, lately, I've been a little lazy. I've been doing mostly meditation. So I do get up in the morning, I read scripture, I pray, and I try to get my mind right before I leave the doorsteps of my house, because in real estate, it's all about psychology. There's a lot of problems that arise throughout the day, and you got to know how to overcome them. So I try to start out my day on a positive note, reading the scripture.
What is something that people would be surprised to learn about you?
Most people don't know that I am a pastor, so I do pastor a small church here in our hometown. A lot of people don't know that. I don't really brag about it because it's not for me to brag about. So I do it for a calling that I have, and it's just a little known fact. So I've been doing it for about 10 years, and I'm excited to enjoy that God's called me to do that.
As a realtor, you hear it everywhere. It's to invest. Can you tell us a little bit about what your investments look like as of today and what investments have brought you the most success?
The most success have been fix and flips. So what I do every 2 years, I'll buy a home, live in it for 2 years, and as the 2 years progresses, I'll fit it up, remodel it, paint it, make it look good. And then I sell it after the 2 years. So you do that because you avoid capital gains tax when you sell it after that 2 year mark. So that's brought me the most financial gain, but I do have other things. So I've got apartments. I'm going to do some next year, 2025. So that's some of the things that I've been invested in. I do other stuff too, but the most gain has always been from fix and flips.
With all those investments in mind, can you describe your dream home, and will there ever be a final?
God, it's hard for me to define just because I love so many different styles of homes. Well, if I stayed in Dalton, in our little hometown, I would like to have something with acreage, with ATV trails. It's got to have some rolling fields for horses, which I never ride, but I'd like to have some horses there in case I want to ride. The swimming pool's a must. Hot tub is a plus. I have to have my movie room somewhere in the house. To the movie theater, that's what I would like to have. Other than that, just anything. God, really, with me wanting to travel around the world, I don't even know if I want to forever home, because I don't want to be forever parked. I'd like to be forever traveling and enjoying the rest of my life.
After seeing all the beautiful homes you have sold and recently trying to sell yours, what colors do you feel are more attractive to buyers when painting their home or investment properties? Is there a specific color that you walk in and immediately gives it the wow factor?
So gray, if you go gray, you're going to be okay. I've seen a lot of people asking for white. For 2 years, people are asking for white paint when they buy new constructions. If you live out west, it's going to be a little bit different out there. So it's really going to depend on the area. In our area, gray is still okay, even though it's fading and it's getting dated, if you will. We do see a lot of the browns coming back, the light beige with a brown floor, that's coming back in style. But if you're unsure, just go with white. Gray, you're okay. White, you're probably okay as well.
With that being said, I wanted to move on to something that's controversial, and it is the imitation wooden floor. What can you recommend for the first-time home buyers on that topic, and will it cost them more in the long run having these types of floors? And what are the risks, or if there's any?
Floors come and go. I would have no problem with it. They say imitation, but really they're probably talking about an LVP, which means luxury vinyl plank. I have no problems with LVP. We see that in most of the homes. We even see it in luxury homes because it's cheap, it's easy to replace, and you can get it almost anywhere. It comes in many, many colors and different styles. So I love LVP. If I had a choice, I think I would still go with an LVP over like an engineer floors or a hardwood floor. They're going to be a little thicker. They're built to last a little longer, but to be quite honest, who keeps their floors for 100 years? LVP is amazing just because you can change it out in 10 years and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's scratch resistant most of the time. And most of the time you can get it where it's waterproof. So those are some pluses. And I really like that because if you got a pool and you got kids coming inside from the pool, you're going to want that waterproof LVP floor.
With all the experience you have gained with learning on homes, investments, marketing, sales, how do you handle stress that comes with selling homes? And has a deal ever kept you up at night?
Yes, I've had many nights with no sleep, and this is why I also have more gray hair. Yes, there's a lot of deals that I do stay up late at night, and I probably overthink it, but it's really just because I like to try to understand if it was me, did I do something wrong? How can I improve my sales game? How can I treat a client better? Whatever it might be, I try to use those hours in the night. If I can't sleep, then I'm going to think about how to fix problems on the next day. So I've had many of those. Many, many times I've been up at night and just wondering how I'm going to overcome a fire the next day. So that comes along with real estate. Really, that's probably anybody that's in sales, whether it's car sales or home sales, anything that has a lot of money involved in the transaction. You're going to have those nights where you can't sleep because you're thinking about a deal.
Have you ever tried to dye your hair?
I've tried to dye it. It looks too fake, so I don't like it. My wife hates it. She tells me you just keep she calls it salt and pepper look. So I guess I'm the gray guy for now.
With all the clients you have closed, I want to get into depth with the big money investors. What does it feel like finalizing a contract with $1 million investor?
At least with the clients that I work with, the millionaires that I know and do business with, most of them you would never know if you saw them in the street or at the mall or at anywhere, Walmart, wherever it might be. You're never going to be able to tell that they're a millionaire because they're not bragging about it. They got the money and they know that part of being a millionaire is you don't blow it all on clothing and cars and living this lavish lifestyle. And so I close with millionaires often, and we're usually joking around at the closing table and looking forward to doing another deal. We usually got deals lined up for them so they stay happy, and we're kind of close. So I don't feel intimidated. No, sure don't. Not with the ones that I deal with. So maybe that's different for other people because you think millionaire, you're thinking some guy in a suit and they're pulling in some fancy car. Well, some might do that, but the ones that I deal with, they're very humble and they keep it real. So we do a lot of business with those guys.
Righty, with all the power and the money in the world, if money wasn't a factor, what would you do with your time?
Travel. We're talking, God, I would be all over the world. Dubai. I want to go to Moscow, Russia. Oh, Santorini, Greece. Italy still. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming for Italy. I'll be there. Morocco. We want to visit Morocco. God, I want to travel the whole world and spend time with my family. So that's what I would do. If I had enough funding to do it, I would do it today. And I would say, bye, Rosie. See you. I might take you with me, though. You should go. We'll just go. Let's take your whole family. If I had all that money that we're talking about.
In your opinion, when you're putting yourself out there, what methods have worked for you the most and what has paid off in the long run?
So I don't usually go to networking events because I don't need it. And that's just because I have a strong internet presence. And if I need leads or I need some type of deals coming my way, then I'll just post stuff like we're posting today, or I'll go out and show a home, do some type of video content. And I get a lot of leads from that. So really in ethics, or in essence, posting on social media, that is my network. That's my networking event. And there's a party of one for the video, but really there's a party of thousands when it goes to be distributed online and people start to view it and watch it. So that is how I network. And I do it differently. Maybe other people, they're going to these networking events around town. Those are great. But for me, I've been a social media king for about 4 years and I'm good. So I'm going to keep doing it that way.
I see on your page you have videos that have gone viral. Do you think that those affected your following account?
Yeah, it's brought in a ton more viewers. So, and it's always the dumbest videos that go viral. Gosh, and the ones that I put focus on, they get a few thousand views. The dumber ones have gotten a few million, so I guess I need to do more dumb videos. Well, I call them dumb. It's just stuff that wasn't planned out. It was just random stuff. Wasn't dressed appropriately. Didn't even really have a good topic, but people ended up liking it. So I did pick up followers off of a viral video on TikTok. So it does work.
What is the biggest misconception that you think people have about your job? And what is one of the biggest challenges you have had to face working in this field?
So real estate, a lot of people think that we don't work. That has been the biggest misconception. They think that we just open doors and they think we're just collecting checks, but they don't see what goes on behind closed doors. They don't see the late hours. They don't see the phone calls, the emails, the videos that we have to make, and all the stuff that goes along with a real estate transaction. That's been one of the biggest misconceptions, especially for new agents who are looking to get into the real estate world to make a living from it. I hear this time and time again. When a new agent wants to hire on, they say the same thing. I want to get into real estate so I can spend more time with my kids. Well, you may one day end up there where you're with your kids more, but when you start out in real estate, you better get ready to work your tail off 16 hours a day until you get established, until you can get a funnel of clientele that's constantly coming to you for real estate needs. So work, and then there's gonna come a time where yes, you can schedule things, you can have your family time. I do that now. I got a set time. We're all together, but at first it was nonstop. Coming home at 10 o'clock at night, getting up at 6 in the morning to start my day. So that has been some of the biggest misconceptions.
We are headed near the end of the year. What do you believe is next for you this upcoming year, and how do you want to end this one?
Next year, I'm going to be heavily invested on new constructions. I want to end this one probably finishing out some projects that I already have been working on for quite some time. We have a flip house that's going to be on the market soon. So I want to finish that up and start taking all of my funds and putting into the investments. So I want to be remembered as the agent that came from nothing and left a path for other new agents to follow. That's what I would like to be remembered by for 2024.
For the people in, where's the easiest way they could contact you?
Probably wherever they're watching me. So if they're on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, just hit that message button. That's going to be your easiest way to contact me. If not, you can always call me, 706-280-9971.
Well, y'all heard that. Go ahead and give them a call to start your journey with your dream home or investing.
So call me. We're going to be here every week. I'm glad you guys tuned in. We're always trying to empower you. We're going to bring you ideas and information that will hopefully empower you to have a better life. So again, I'm your host, Ericazua. I have Rosie Campos with me every week. And again, hit share, tell all your friends about this program, and hopefully we'll see you soon.